What's up guys and welcome to the channel. Today I decided to make this video for our favorite game, ML Adventure. I joined the game initially a few years ago, but nowadays I see lots of new activity, lots of newcomers joining the game, joining Reddit, Facebook, all of the platforms. But for some reason I don't see that much of the content regarding that amazing game. So I have several accounts and today we'll be demonstrating everything on my newest fresh account. I started it a few weeks, 2 or 3 weeks ago, just to check every theoretical part I will be explaining this in this video regarding the tier list, just to test it out on my own account and to give you some recommendations. But I also played for majority of these characters through my other accounts, so I hope you will like what I will tell you today. So I prepared this tier list here and we will be going through that categories. So we will have, as always, like one copy priority category, which I believe is the most important, efficient way to play ML Adventure if you're a newcomer. Also, we will go through default, like as grade, like top of the top characters, top tier heroes, which you need to prioritize, which you need to pull and maximize. Also, A tier is just good heroes, decent heroes, not broken one, not OP tier as S, but they are good and you can consider playing them and all that stuff. B tier is also not bad heroes, but I would say not that frequently used and not that worth for the investment if we're talking about the priority and your approach to build your account efficiently, strategically aiming to a long play. Also, I do have a niche tier here for some use cases of the game. There are not that many heroes who need to be in that tier, but I will explain it later. And also not worth it until it's bought. So you also should consider that you never use SSR heroes, let's say, for building your other SSR heroes until you're pretty damn confident that they will never have use in the game later or get buffed. So let's go through the list. We will go alphabetical from here, and I will be commenting on all the heroes and they will sum it up into the finalized strategy after. So you are allies. So first of all, it's important to say, if you're a newcomer and you do not know how this game works, so there are, I would say, three main categories of heroes which you should consider, right? First of them, and the default one, are heroes by the element, by the color, by the type, which are default types, right? So it's elemental, it's green, it's techno, it's blue, like here. It's also I forget the name, but the red one, the fighters or something like that. Also light and dark. Those heroes are in one main category, and those heroes you will be building the most. They will be the core part of all of your teams in the game. And it's also important, that the game forces you to build several teams here and there, and you need to consider that, because starting from one of the stages, I believe around 30 or 40 stages, you will need to have 2 teams, then 3, 4, 5, and so on and so forth. So let's stay with that category for now. So the second category which we have is order and chaos. Those, and also I believe we can put to that category also another category for the astral. So we can put them together. Sorry for me being a bit laggy, guys. It's late here. So we will be going through those categories. And another one, the latest one, the last one added to the game, is UR heroes. They are mostly the rarest, like by default, it's rarest characters in the game. It's hard to obtain them. Nowadays they are added to off summon. And also it's important to say that you will need to open them until you can summon them. So it's very important. Also it's important to say that they are not immediately added to that summon. So then if character is just introduced, you will not have this opportunity to build him right away through the off summon. You will need to have an event or something to summon. So let's go to the tier list. At least it will take less time with that approach, because I don't want this video to be an hour or something like that. I want to be very precise and specific. So let's start with allies. You are allies. So it's important to say that this is a good character, it's your character, but the biggest problem with her is that she's becoming a bit outdated. She's still very good, she's still doing very good job in PvP, she's still doing very good job in PvE. This is one of not the big amount of heroes which are good in terms of everything you can do with them, but unfortunately she's being outdated by other heroes released here and there, especially talking that she is your hero. So it's very costly to build her as you for a newbie. You can do that if you want, but I believe she's a bit outdated nowadays, so I would not focus on her if I will be starting a new account. Even one copy, she's not that good in one copy, so I would always recommend to build her, but a bit later on. So Altara, this is important to mention that Astral heroes, they do have their own section, and they now we have only 5 of them. So if for some reason you want to build them and you want to play with Astral heroes, it's possible nowadays, and of course you can do that and you can be successful in that, but you need to consider that you will not have a big flexibility. Plus, you need to be prepared that you're building your teams for a long journey. So building just Astral heroes, even taking into account that you were added to off summon, it's still quite questionable. But Altara is good, she's decent, she's pretty solid, she's very much used in all the late game activities out there. I would not say that she's crazy or something like that, but definitely she works well here and there. The only problem that I had one of my accounts doing mostly like Astral focus, and she did great there when she was builded with some copies. But on my other accounts, when I pull just one copy of her, trying to legalize her in that least one copy priority here, she didn't work that well. So I would not recommend pulling just one copy. It will be quite expensive for you to do. Still, you should spend like 50, 60 or whatever off summons to just get one copy of her, and off summons will be a quite restricted resource for you in your progress, so I would not consider building her that early, but she's good. Many people now consider she's getting worse, but I believe it's not true. At least latest releases of New Era and Minas, she is used there and you need her there. So Ace, it's important that sometimes our game ML Adventure, it has some collaboration events. So some collaboration, as all the gachas, right? They do have some collaboration. So ICE is a collaboration unit. So there is no sense, I would say, to think about her in that way. So you can build her because you cannot. But in general, she's not bad. She's a decent unit. She's worth it, so I would put her in B tier. But anyway, you cannot get her, and even if the event will like reroll and you will see her potentially being summoned, she's being summoned sometimes by some event activities, sometimes with special currencies. If this currency is the same currency which you use for other summons, I would not spend it on her, to be honest. So Akai or AK, sorry for the names, guys. It's not a usual thing for me to name those characters in English, so I would try my best. But anyway, so Akai, Problem with him is that this guy is not any meta or whatever, but you need to put him in your wish list. And talking about wish list, I will do a separate video especially on the wish list to cover everything. So for now we will skip him because it's a long explanation, but you need him to cover second team in your tower for this fraction. So just to cover these fighters and this red faction, right, you need to have one Akai, because otherwise you will not have a second tank, a second frontline character for that tower. But anyway, you will not need to prioritize him. He's a decent unit, I would say, but not something crazy. So the next one is one of the major units, major characters in the game. He's very old but still very good. He became good as soon as he was released, and he's still doing amazing work here and there. So Akashic. So it's important that this character, what he does, why he's crazy good, and I will immediately put him here in S tier, and I will explain why not here. So what he does is that when he ultis, he shares all his stats and lots of different stats like attack, defense, all that to the whole team of his. So also he heals, he does lots of stuff, and he's doing that great, I would say. The only problem that he does not, he cannot do that great being just a one copy. That's the main problem. He's used everywhere, all the late game, all the like bosses, golem pushes, anything like Minas, new era bosses, everywhere. You will use him everywhere, but to do that you need to build him at least you need to build him to unlock his personal item, right? So by unlocking his personal item, this one, you will get him to the next level and he will be really working well. Otherwise it will be a hard time for you to use him, but he's definitely here in that list. So this one is SR unit, so we will put them here. So default allies, dark allies. So this is the biggest mistake. I should stop you from doing that. So you will have allies here and there, and the only reason why you should build her is the reason that in the beginning of the game you need to build those heroes which are being built up, which you like by random, you receive them from summons. Because you will just need to build the biggest start hero you can. So this is the only reason, because you will receive her for free here and there. But I do believe that nowadays she's very outdated, she is bad, she cannot have enough time to ulti, and without the ultimate she's not doing a great job. So I would say that she's definitely in B tier, and she's in the end of this B tier. Unfortunately, I don't have that not built tier like this one, I believe, but anyway. So she's not trash unit, but she's very close to that. So Alpha, here 100%. I don't see any use case for him to be in your roster. I don't see any use case for him to be in the game nowadays. This is one of the early units, and he's just outdated by lots of stuff, so just ignore him. And but still, do think twice before you use his copies as a feed for our characters you build out there, because it could be a mistake, but I believe it will not be, but it's possible. So Alucard again here. Yeah, so Amaterasu. Okay, that's the tough one. So what she does, she's a ranger, I would say. She's order. That's her problem. She's kind of old character, and she is very, very old order character. So you cannot build her properly through the stores. There is one store when you can build her, where you can build her from, but anyway, it's still a problem. So she has nothing special she can do, so it's not worth to focus on her, taking into account that it's still an order character, so you will need to spend lots of resources just to build her. It's just bad, so I would recommend to stay away from her. So Angela is definitely an S tier. I would say she's even better than Akashi. The reason for that is that she is not an Order Chaos character, she is not a UR character, but she is a must-have in all the late game, in the majority of the teams and builds. So yeah, I will be doing a separate video for your team setups, but you will see in that video that like in 70-80% of the team setups I will say that, hey, you will get better if you have Angela here. The problem is, and I will elaborate on that, the problem with Angela is that doing this account, I was showing to you this account. Doing this account, I understood that I don't see that much of a profit by Angela during the early stages. That's the biggest problem, because everybody says put her in a wish list, which is true for sure, buy her in the shop, which is also true, you of course do that, but it's always questionable part, like how you use her. And the problem is that in the beginning you will have tough time using her, it will be hard, but yes, you need to build her, you need to build several copies. There is a question if you should do that or not, stopping her at a vacant 3 or at a vacant 4 or the vacant 2, or you need to nexus her, whatever, but I believe you need to start building her later in the game, because in the beginning it's hard to tell that she's doing something good, but she's a perfect, very good character, but unfortunately she's sharing her own attack with the target of her ultimate, so she needs to be built. You need to invest in her and invest a lot. So, and you need not 1, but 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or whatever copies of her being built up good. So that's a problem. And also, but still you don't have much choice. So you will be building her anyway, and the reason for that is that if you want to play actively, if you don't want to just AFK full day and log in once per 3 days, you want to play good and be, strategic, you will need to build her anyway, because she will build up your power level, which will be required to enter stages. So as soon as you need her anyway in the late game, her power number will help you in different teams to pass through the requirement for the number of your team power, of your team BP. Alright, so let's not spend much time, we have lots of characters here and we already have a very long video. So Anna is just bad. So this one of the characters, very good on the paper, very good, like should work good. You read her skills and she does like pure damage, she does max health restriction, she does all that stuff, she controls enemies, she does everything, but it just doesn't work in real life. And she's also a chaos character, which is a problem to pull. You can summon her from the shop, but I would not recommend doing that. I believe she's not worthy. So, Aposta. So talking about Aposta, I believe Aposta nowadays, like a few years ago, like a year ago or something like that, maybe 2 years ago, Aposta was like must build character, and it was a very good character, and it still is very good character, but she's not in the same tier now with all the priority characters and S tier characters. You still have a full team, like a Aposta team, just with her and Esmeralda. Like you still want to build this team because you will need it later into the game, because you will need 5, 6, 7 teams. And so she's a good character. It's good if you build her from all the possible places and shops and everything. Everywhere you can buy her. She's good, but she's not the top priority anymore. She's glass cannon damage dealer, staying in the back row and like getting her ulti ready by the control of your team. So if your teammates are controlling anything, like doing CC debuffs, she will be getting her energy and her ulti ready earlier. So Arcus Mia. Arcus Mia is definitely one of the great characters nowadays. I'm not sure I want to put her here because she's definitely not as great as Akashi, but she's very good. So I think my tier list is getting problematic because I don't have that place for it, like S tier, right? Maybe I will add it now. I will just do it very sorry. So I will just do it like this. So this one will be an SS tier. So yeah, I would say she's S tier. She's good together with probably allies. No, allies is not that good. So yeah, I would say it's good to say that they are in the same tier together. Yeah. So all right. So Arcus Mia is very good. She's hybrid. So she's hard to build, I would say, just from pure summons, but she's doing a great job in all the activities, especially on the solo targets. She's a default archer, like fighting against solo targets, plus she has CC, she has some heals up, like she has everything. She's very good. If you have her build up early, you're lucky. Do it. She's very painful and very good unit, so I would say must have, especially for the late game, for all the boss rushes and everything else. So Argus is definitely here, but he's very, he should be in niche use case, but he's generally a good character, a good tank. He has a vulnerability, so he can stay alive for much longer when you need him there. So if you have teams when you just need someone to hold up the front row, this is the guy you want there. He's working good with different combinations of teams, because in the majority of the teams you will have someone from the dark element anyway. So he's good, but don't build him specifically. You will anyway have 1 or 2 or 3 copies, and he works even at 5 stars, 1 copy, it's okay. So Cypra is definitely very good nowadays. I would say she's somewhere around here. I would build her and prioritize her. She's either S tier or A tier, but I would put her in S tier. She's very good. She's also hybrid. You need to build her because she has a unique ability. She summons different heroes and different NPCs to help her in battle, and she can randomly summon very good units. So doing a rerun strategy for some very huge BP deficit battles, you can randomize good results out of her randomness, and you will get a benefit from that. So she's very good. Build her if you can, but she cannot solo carry you. She cannot be your first priority, but she's very good. Atlas is not bad. I would say he's here because he's kind of outdated, but he's a good tank character. If you have everything built already and you need someone from Techno to be in your wish list, or you have random copies of him being like given to you, take it. He's quite good. Aurora. So I would say Aurora nowadays is niche. I will put her here because, to be honest, the only option how to use her now I see is the Aposta pack. So if you want to build Aposta team, late into the game, so do not think about it early in the game or middle game. So I would say early, it's like before 35 or 40 campaign, right? So 40 to 70, maybe 60, whatever, I would say is something like mid game, and late game is around everything after that. So I would say this pack you will need late mid game into late game. So do not think about it, but she works great with Aposta, and this pack I love her there more than Valir, which we will also discuss a bit later. So I believe she has some use. She has some uses there. Also, I believe that not worth it for these characters. It's maybe too much because they are still Chaos and Order characters, but to be honest, you really do not want to build them. Because for those characters, you can at least find some usage, right? Even, okay, I think Ella should be here also. This is very tough, but she's bad, okay? So Badang. Badang is an elemental tank. He is niche because he can tank your campaign, he can tank your tower, like he can take different things out there, but to be honest, the only meta usage for him is -3, I believe, right? So he's very specific, he's doing very specific things as a tank, but he also can do general good things as a tank. So do not consider building him, like focus on building him. If you have some copies, feel free to use him, he's quite good. But I would say the real usage for him you will see in the late game for the Minas, which is like boss fights, just for you to know if you don't know. So I will put those guys here. So Bay. Bay, I would say she's here in B tier. You will have some copies probably with VIP level or something like that. She's not bad, she has some decent use case. I do have even like one team before a few years ago. It was good, like energy focused team, because she helps to build that energy fast. So also she can cycle her ulti well with Angela again, another example of combination with Angela. So she can do some decent stuff, and sometimes she's helping to push a huge BP deficit, but this is not the character you want to pull as specifically from any source of summons. So you never put her in your off summon and you never summon her. But she has some usage. You can use it, especially early game. She can do quite well. She can do something, right? But in generally speaking, she's not that great. So Balearic, I believe not worthy. Like, I can consider some usage for him in tower in early stages, but I would not just recommend you thinking about him, especially if you're watching this video. Believe me, you don't need him. If you have lots of copies, maybe you will use him as your main tank, but it's questionable. I would not recommend doing that. Bell is again the collaboration unit. I would say that Bell has lots of use cases, but anyway, if you watch this nowadays, you cannot summon him anyhow, so him or her, I don't know, whatever. So yeah, I would say just stay away from there, and you will be fine. So Bruno here, Chang-E. So Chang-E, no, not worth. So do not think about her. So back in the day, she was doing quite well. Nowadays, she's outdated, and this is the example, one of the characters which you hate, then they are against you in the NPC teams in the campaign or tower, because they just do this like cone of light or whatever, and all your team is being destroyed. But anyway, I would not focus on her. So Claude has some usage, niche use case. I can imagine you using his copy or whatever he summons as a bait for the enemy, like main damage dealer, but it's just, you know, I'm trying to make him a use case for him. To be honest, he's not worth it to build. Of course, he cannot do anything nowadays. He's very outdated, so forget about him, I believe. But sometimes you can do something with him, so do not feed him to other characters of yours. Clint. Clint was very good back in the days, was very good carry. Now he's outdated for sure. Lots of characters doing better job than him. There are still some like team compositions which you can think about using him in them, right? But only if you have all accounts and you for some reason have lots of copies stored there with some additional, boost for him, because he needs all the equipment, he needs everything to do anything. So I would say do not think about it nowadays, but he can be decent. So Cyclops here. So Crocell, wow. So Crocell, for me, she is definitely in S tier. She's very, very good. She's amazing. She's doing pure damage. She's a glass cannon unit which you want to build, because you will have the situation with all the units you will have from support and tank classes that you need someone to do damage, and she is beautiful in doing that. But it's not like a good idea to prioritize her over some units which will be here in double S tier. But anyway, consider building her. If you can buy her from any shop, do it. If you can summon her from chest, from box, from any event, do it. She's very good. dol.g, I would skip that for now. Outdated character from the original game, still vibey, looking cool, but not more than that. Believe me guys, you don't need that. So Edith, for me personally, there is a huge discussion for that, but I believe Edith is S tier. She's very good. So I would say that she's definitely one of the crazy, I would say she's the best tank from the default fraction. So not talking about Order and Chaos, not talking about Astral or UR units, she's the best tank in the game, and you need her. Even sometimes I'm thinking about having 2 copies of her. So she's jumping into the enemy team, so you don't need to put her in the first row of your team, put her behind so she can jump into the center of the enemy team and she can stun everyone. Consider building her early. The meta team for early game, and I would elaborate on that in other video for like new player guide. Meta team for early game is Techno, in my opinion, is the best team, and Edith is there, and she's the best tank for the wish list. She's everywhere, very good character, build her 100%. So Amber Iritel, it's a UR character first of all, and being a UR character for her is a problem, because she's not that great, and she has very niche uses for the UR character. So she is one of the old characters, I would say, and she had lots of use cases back in the days, but nowadays she's very rarely used, and that's a problem. When you're building your character, you want it to be you want to use it everywhere. You want it to be a jack of all trades or something close to that. But I would say that some of the not UR but SSR, Chaos and Order characters, even Angela in the late game by herself, being like techno character, is better in more use cases on average than Amber Iritel. But she has uses in boss rushes, in Minas, in the latest boss for New Era, all of that, yes. So you are a good character for sure. One copy will not do shit for you, so do not consider thinking about it. I believe it's my opinion. So she's here, good character to build, but at least not the first year character for sure. Think twice before building her. So EOS Sylvana, I would say for me personally, there is a huge discussion, but for me personally, she's S tier, definitely not SS tier. It's the problem with her that she is very she's hard to explain and hard to use. So one copy of her will not do anything to you, and more than that, you will need lots of copies and lots of items and all like cards like this. You will need gems, you will need Orlay, you will need item, you will need Angel Twilight, Soul Vessel, so everything you will need to get her doing a great job. It's important to understand because she's also a UR character, and for UR character it's too expensive to build her, but she's very good. And there is a whole team which works on EOS Sylvana and also on Thang, which we will describe later, and them together they can like break enemy teams into pieces. And she's very, very good in my opinion. She's great, but she's expensive to build, and to make her work it's a hard long story to do that, at least in my experience. So Erza is good, but the problem with her that you do not want to build her. She's okay, maybe she's she's so expensive. She is UR character and only for special summons. So you just do not consider building her. This is a full Whales donate only char hero, so forget about it. If you're watching this video, you don't need her. Esmeralda. So Esmeralda is great, but I would say she's very good. I would put her even in S tier. But you need to. Oh, okay, she will not S tier. All right, she's high A tier, and there are some team compositions. For example, Aposta team again with Esmeralda, it works very great. The only problem with Esme is that she starts working and she starts being good only after awakening like A2 or A3 level. So you need 12, 14, 16, 18 or whatever copies of her. Oh no, she's not a hybrid. Okay, less copies, but anyway, you need a lot of her copies to make her work, and she is decent only with all the cards, all the soul vessels, like all that stuff, and good high tier items. That's the problem with her, but she's very, very good when you build her up. She can be a team builder unit, so you can build teams around her, for example, a Aposta team or any other teams. So Estes. Alright, I would say Estes nowadays is a B tier. He's not that bad as those guys. He can still find some usage out there. He's a decent healer, but he cannot do anything special. That's his problem. He's just, generally speaking, just a healer. That's it. So do not focus on him, especially if you do that just to cover your wishlist or something like that. You don't need it. So she's here. Okay, Fanny. So Fanny is niche. She is jumping into the enemy team. She can focus on some specific slots and some specific placement on the enemy team. So it may have some results here and there, but I believe this is too niche to focus on that, especially in the early or mid game. So do not consider building her. She will build her right away till the late game from the shards and from everything else. So do not think about it. Do not focus on her precisely. So I'm just adding here some other characters to the list. So you are Shah Torah. So he is good, It's so strange for me, and I have very strange feeling putting him here in A tier, but that's the reality. That's the truth that nowadays I can say that it's so hard to make him work. He will not do anything with one copy. It's a UR character, so you need to focus on building him. He nowadays he's very decent unit. He's very good. So I will consider putting him in S tier. The only problem is that he's not that unique anymore, and he's not that, not that crazy according to even those units, because those units, they can be a game changers for you. I can put him here because for me he's still better than allies, let's say, on average, but I'm not even sure about that. So I would say they are here in the top tier of A tier, right? So they should be somewhere here. Do not focus on him. I would not recommend that. He's cool, he's doing great job. He's a pure glass cannon damage dealer. He also have a debuff, he has a debuff, very important debuff, which allows you to stop very annoying unit in campaign and in tower, like this girl with cats. I forgot the name, but anyway, he's not that great anymore. He's here. So finally, we are here to first bring the biggest and the most important, I would say, top priority for you in Order and Chaos characters. So as soon as you open your oath summons and you have them available, I would recommend always, I mean for all the accounts, I would recommend focusing Thane. You need her to be A3, Awaken 3, so it's lots of copies. I know it can take lots of time, but it's worth it. Believe me, she is everywhere. She can do everything. She's the best. I would say she's the best Order unit. It's questionable, but I would say she's the best Order unit out there. You need to build your A3 first of all. Even if you don't have any Akashic, if you don't have any other characters out there, this from the Chaos and Order, I would say outside of Rista, one copy, she will be here. Outside of Rista, Thane is number one priority for you for every account. She's just a monster. She can tank, she can damage, she can heal herself, she can control, she's doing everything. She's that great. So Florence, I would put her here, and can we do two? No, I believe we cannot. Okay, so anyway, Florence is very good. She can work with one copy. She can do something at least. She's just a crazy good unit. She's doing energy gain for everyone in the team. She's in every late game team comp for bosses, for minas, for anything you can imagine. She's there, and more than that, not like Akashic, she can work with one copy. One copy of her will give you some cool results already, and you can build some teams with her in. She just needs to stay in the deck raw and be there just to understand that you are getting lots of boss and energy and all of that. So yeah, focus one copy. Then after one copy, you need to focus on Thane and our characters, but she is also here in that priority. She will be even before, like, okay, maybe Akashic and her, they are interchangeable, right? But she will stay here for one copy and she will work already. So for Seti, trash, just ignore existence of this character. It's a Order character which you don't need to use anywhere, anytime. It's just bad, so just ignore him. Freya, well, I would put her in B. I don't like her that much. She can tank, she's doing that in kind of unique way, but the problem is then we are talking about tier list and you're watching this video, it means that you want to do you want to play a good strategic game. You want to build your strategic ways into the game and you want to work with your personal results, your goals and everything. And Freya, her problem is that she will not work good with high battle power deficit. So as long as you are pushing the limits out of your teams, out of your campaign, out of your account, she is not great for you. Otherwise, she is decent, you can build her, she's good. This guy, well, again, he's not awful. He can be here just to, to tank something, but no, I would say he's here, so just ignore his existence. I remember now we have Sylvana, we have Freya, so let's forget about him. Gawana, just ignore that character, forget about her. We can think that she does not exist. So I will not explain more because we are already in a huge time and we have lots more to talk about. So just forget about her. It's bullshit. So UR Char. UR Char is very good unit. I would say for today in off summon, as I already told you, the list of UR units you can summon through off summon is limited, and they are adding latest UR releases there like 6 months or 8 months or 9 months later after their release. It's important to say that UR Char is now there in that list together with UR Lunox, and for me, in my personal opinion, this is the character you should consider building as your first awaken UR. Her or UR Lunox. So either her or UR Lunox. And anyway, even if you don't do that, still you always want to pull one copy. So as soon as you have this opportunity from any source, from off summon, from whatever, as soon as you have this opportunity, pull one copy of UR Char, pull one copy of UR Lunox. They have special skills, all UR units, they have them, and this special skill for Char allows her to summon enemy character for your side with the stats according to Char stats. So it's crazy, and it will help you to push campaign, a tower, whatever. It will help you a lot. One copy is enough. She is crazy good. Even with one copy she will work, and you also can consider building her as your first awaken UR unit. In my opinion, it's a very good decision. Gord niche, you will use him in the late game during first Minas, I believe. So he has this very specific use case. He's also one of the units who gives immediate buff in the beginning of the round, so sometimes you can put him in one of your team to push their limits with some buffs. So he's decent, not a bad unit at all, but he is supported, like he acts like a support unit, not a damage dealer. In campaign for enemies, sometimes he will one-shot you with his laser, but he will not do that on your side, believe me. So Granger, I would say he's here in B tier. I do not like him. He's just doing damage, and there are lots of units who also does damage and something else. I would ignore him. I will not build him nowadays. I would say he's a bit outdated, so not my piece of cake, not my cup of tea. So Grok, well, also here he can be a decent front lane for green tower, but that's it. I would not say he can out tank Argus or Sylvana or Edit or any good tank out there, so maybe just for the elemental tower you can think about him. Genever, so she is quite good. I would put her somewhere here. I believe that's a good spot for her, because what she does, she is not making enemy team cast their ultimates, because she's siphoning the energy from them. That's a good use case, but I'm not sure she's close. No, I believe she's not here. Yeah, she's in B tier. She's not that good, but she can do some job. Do not focus on her, but if you have her, build it a bit here and there. Why not? She's decent at least. So what else? This one is bad. Just ignore. Hanabi also can be used for energy manipulation. She's outdated a lot, was used very much before, so do not consider building her specifically and do not consider focusing her, but she still can be used for some energy manipulation teams when you need to, for enemy team to not click their buttons, their ulti, I mean, so can be good here. Hanzo, I would just not focus on him nowadays. He can be very bad enemy for you in the campaign, but that will be solved sooner or later for you as soon as you have some build-up units from this list, so just ignore him. Harley, this guy is cool because he has a very unique thing. He can throw his hat into the biggest attack damage unit in the enemy team and just like dismantle him for 8 seconds or something like that, which is huge. You can get rid of one-shot enemy teams, so take him. He's very niche just for that, but still he's quite good. I would not put him in the wish list, but you can do that. It's maybe, why not? He can do some job, but also he can do it with just one copy. He will still do it good. So maybe he can be here, but he's very niche, so not that important as those characters here. So yeah, Hayabusa here, it's trash. Hellcard also, I will not elaborate on them because we do have a long list here and the video is already about an hour, guys, so it's crazy. So here we are facing our worst UR character nowadays in the game. This is the only UR character I will put in B tier. She just doesn't have any use case which I can imagine, except one, like I heard about one PvP crazy team especially built for her, like a special setup with full builds and full characters just for her to work in one PvP situation. It's definitely not what you can call a priority, right? So let's forget about her. This is the worst UR character in the game. I believe they need to up her, we need to buff her. Maybe it will happen soon, but it never happened with her before. So yeah, that's a problem. Hell is crazy. So I would say Hell is here, probably even second priority from the SS tier. I would say as soon as you have Fang Awaken free, I would build Hell Awaken free right after. This is crazy character. The problem with her that she starts working good with like around 10 stars or Awaken level plus at least 3 magic cards, free Orley. So with free Orley buff, she's becoming very strong and close to invincible. She has a very important cool team with Mecha Layla, so I would say this is very good character, like crazy good character. Those are 2 sisters, one from the Order, one from the Chaos, which you should consider focusing on your account. First one Fang to the A3, then Hell to A3. I believe it's never a mistake. This is a crazy character. She can solo or together with Mecha Layla, okay, she can cover the one of the steps in the campaign boss fights, and that's very important how you manage your resources, that you with just one character build it can cover the whole campaign stage. So she's crazy good. Build her. Do not even think about it. She's very good. And also she sometimes is being added to some events, so it's not like only off summons for her, but it's rarely happening. So Hastia, I will not elaborate on her. She's just in our collaboration unit. You cannot pull her now, so forget about her. She's quite great. She has some niche use cases. She has decent use cases here and there, but not something you can focus on, so let's not think about it. So Huang Genie, I would say she's bad, but like late. The only reason why I put her here, I will even put her here. I will explain. She cannot anymore do like good work anywhere outside of special cases, like latest new era boss. Like latest new era boss for mages, she shines there and only there. So, and this is like crazy late game, so just do not think about it, guys. Just forget about it. She can sometimes work in the very early game for you, but I don't see any reason to build her. Hylos is great. I would say he's here nowadays because he's decent tank for campaign, for tower, especially for elemental tower. Plus he is used at 2 bosses nowadays, at Minos boss and at boss rush. So yeah, he's becoming more and more decent, but he's very old character. So just build him. I was not adding him to my wish list, but he's still like awakened already or something like that. So build him, use him. He is great, great tank. He's supporting, he's bringing that field of defense and our buffs to your team, staying behind him, so he's good. Iritel, problem with her is that I would say she's very niche nowadays. She was good back in the day, she was everywhere, but nowadays she's just used for some boss fights, for some specific formats of battles. So yeah, I would say do not focus on her. You can put her in the wish list. She is still quite decent unit, but not that great as it was before. So her old good days, they are out. This is trash. This is trash. I would say you can ignore that. I believe there is no reason to elaborate on that. She's just outdated. Kagura also here. Just don't think about her. The same with Lancelot. The same with this. Lucy in our collaboration unit, which is, by the way, it's a great unit, I would say, but I like her, but she's again a collaboration unit, so do not think about her. Karina, so she's here, I believe. No, she's here. Like, do not waste your resources on her. She's not worth it anymore. There are lots of other cool hybrid and dark units there, so just do not think about it. It's just not what you should consider be doing with your resources. Not you are Karihmet is here. Well, I would say it's niche nowadays because you still can use her, but she has 2 problems. First one, I can imagine only one good pack for her, and it's Esme pack, which is very resource investful for Esme by herself, plus Aposta, plus Karihmet. This is one team, and all of them need to be fully builded for this team setup to work properly. This is the biggest problem number 1, and the biggest problem number 2 is that she is by her kit quite outdated, and she works well in very specific teams, which you will not have an opportunity to build separately, because it works like that as late you as in a campaign, you will need to split your characters around your teams, so you will be you can face the requirement for the BP to enter the battle. And the problem that you just cannot build like a separate team of full those units just to make them stay in one team until you reach like a crazy late game when you don't have this problem with the campaign and BP anymore. So I would not focus on her. Carry, outdated, do not use it. Kimi, I would say the same. Some people do use her somehow in some use cases. I would say do not bother yourself with her. The same with Lapu Lapu, the same with Leslie. You can still build her if you want some techno damage dealer and like, you know, cheap damage dealer, but why you should do that if you have all other characters out there? You do not put her in your wish list, you do not do that anyway, so do not waste your time with her. Lolita, the same. This is a good thing. She can be a good thing, but why you will need to use her when you have edit and you can put edit in your wish list? So no sense for it. All right, Luna Amara, very powerful unit, very powerful hybrid, crazy good. I would say that she needs proper items to work, but she is very good. She is, the only problem with her is that her ultimate AOE attack is very specific, like it has very specific zone of damage, and that's the problem with her, because she will not just randomly work if you cannot position enemy team properly, right? So this is the problem. So her ultimate is not attacking all the like battlefield. It has a limited attack range, so that's the only problem of her. But she's crazy good. Build her, put her in wish list. She can be your main carry in different teams. She can be your main carry for early game. She's crazy good. I would even consider her an SS tier, but I will not do it, I believe. So yeah, even maybe Arcus Mia can be here in SS tier, or she's the top of the S tier for sure. So Lunox, there is a problem. Lunox is definitely not a bad unit. It's a good, decent unit. It's a good order unit. She has a unique feature, but the problem is for her is the existence of Lunox. So we will find her now. So I will put here she is. So Lunox. So the problem with default Lunox is the existence of this, because she is just better in everything. Because default Lunox, she can revive herself. She's not dying by herself. She's doing some damage randomly. She's healing even while being dead, or like right after she's being revived. But Lunox just doing everything better. And you cannot put them together, you can put them in different teams, and this is still an order character, so you need to waste your off summons to build her. That's the only problem with her. But if you have an old account and you're not a newbie and you have Lunox and you have Char, not Char, but default Char here, there is a Char Lunox team which they do work together very well. They still do work together very well. Char Lunox team is still decent and very good, but you just don't want to build them nowadays on a new accounts. You never do that by default, because they are spending your resources which you can spend on their better UR copies. So as soon as we have her here, they have the same story, both of them. Char, she can do some debuffs, she can control enemy team, she's great in that, and together they work just perfectly, but still their problem is the existence of their better versions. So for Genesis Char, for Char, and for Singularity Lunox, for Lunox, this is your top priority to pull. So as soon as you start your game, start your account, as soon as you have any opportunity to pull your heroes, you always do that. You pull one copy of Lunox, you pull one copy of Char. You will save, thanks to me, lots of times, because they will just save you and your gameplay. Her skill allows her team to constantly and repeatedly resurrect. And this is huge, it's crazy. So yeah, you need her in your roster 100%. One copy is enough. She works very well at one copy. And then you need to decide which you put to awaken first. It's either Lunox, or in my opinion, it's Char. If you have damage dealers and carries, because those are both, I would say, supports, but your Char can even carry your team because she's not even a support. I don't know, she's crazy. She's very good. Together with your Linux is also very good. So Lilia, I would put her here in A tier. She's decent, but the problem with her is that she has only one usage, and to make it work, you need her with her equipment. So you need her and also her Soul Vessel and full build. And together with her, you also need, it's called Lead Data Pack, Lead Data Team. You also need, where is she? I cannot see her. Yeah, Odetta. So those two girls, they do work together, and only together. They do need a huge boost. Both of them should be like a vacant plus and have all the items, everything. So it's a late game like team composition, but they do both have some control effects. She has a huge sleep. She has a sleep also and a huge ultimate. So they work together very, very, very good. It's called Let That Back, and it's very powerful, but it's a very late game thing which you do not need to do early. They can do anything early, especially outside of each other in different packs. And in the late and in early and mid game, you will need to build different packs, different teams, not just one team. Martis, I would say he's just bad. He's one of the characters, chaos characters, which work good in the enemy team and campaign, but work very bad on your side. I would say you don't need to build him nowadays. You can buy him in store and shop, one of them, but you can also buy Zask there, so I would say Zask is just better. So let's put Zask here. He's nowadays becoming more and more popular because you need him in new era boss fight. So it's very late game, do not focus on him early. You can buy him from shop, to just do that. Never summon him specifically, but he's good nowadays, and he is controlling I would say not tank, but controlling a front lane or maybe. So Martis is just not working good, so just forget about him. So Masha also not worth it to build. She's a strange character, I would say. Never understood why you want to build her, or anybody wants to build her. So what else? Mehalela, okay, she is decent. I would say she's good. I would put her here, but it's questionable. So maybe she's here in A tier, but okay, she's in S tier if you can build her well and pair her with Hell. So this is the team, Hell and Mehalela, and they do work together very well. Just two of them and plus other random units, you can, if you build them properly with Orley, fully builded 9 cards plus, so it's very, very late game, fully builded Hell, they together just close anything you want. So it's very powerful combination. They do not work outside of each other very well. Like Hell can work without Mehalela, but Mehalela cannot work without Hell, to be honest. So do not consider building her, but now in the wish list, she's very important hybrid unit which you can put in your techno wish list. You don't need anyone else, any other hero there anyway, so you will anyway pull copies of this character, and she works great even without Hell in the middle and in the mid game and early game. She can work well. I would say she's S tier definitely, or high A tier or S tier. For me, she's S tier. She can do great job, but you need to invest in her. Yes, that's true. This one guy, ignore him. Just why you want him? Okay, Miracle Clara. So she is amazing. I will put her here. You definitely need one copy anyway, but she will be in your wish list for sure. She will be there. You will not have this problem with her. She's crazy good. She's doing the most important thing if you want to push limits out of your account, if you want to push strategically, if you want to reach great and fight against big level and big BP deficit. You need Clara because she has invulnerability, and your team cannot die with her in the team for several seconds after the lethal damage. And this is the only reason how you can push high deficit, in my opinion. So you at least need one copy, but she's definitely here in double S tier. She's just crazy. She will work with one copy, but you will need BP to fight those stages, and so you need to build her, and it's never a mistake. She also has very huge important soul vessel item, so build her. She's crazy good. Morpheus. So nowadays people for some reason do not like Morpheus. I do like her a lot. She is that character that you don't need to pull specifically. Like, I will not put her here. No, I don't think you need to pull specifically for one copy of her. More than that, you can build her from Expedition, I believe. You can build her from stores. So build her. She's quite decent. She can make your enemy team suffer because of these cats which she summons, and those cats, they do control the whole enemy team and the whole field. It's crazy good control if she can live until she summons. Like, if she can be not one-shotted. She is a decent unit. I like her, I use her, and it makes some stages much simpler for you. Moscow, I will ignore him. He's not great. So Mystia. She is crazy. She is very good. She is UR unit, so that's why she's very good. But I would not say that she need to be your top priority. If you play PvP, right? If you play PvP, then yes. So PvP, there is Mystia is crazy. She's a queen for PvP. She's just hilarious, and she's not allowing enemies to cast their ultimates. So in PvP, she's a beast. In PvE, I would not focus on her. I will not put even one copy. One copy will also do work, or I would say, but you just don't need that as a starting account, as a strategy for your account. You just don't need that, but she's a very powerful PvP unit, so keep that in mind. Naid Rafaela, she's also crazy powerful. I would say she's one of the best units nowadays. She's definitely here. I would not say she's S tier, but she's definitely here. She's very good, and she can do lots of different stuff. She can heal all the team, buff attack, buff HP. She's a one-man army, and she's a hybrid. The only problem is that she's a hybrid of elemental green and light yellow, and the problem with that is that those two are the least common summons for you, because you will focus techno if you do it well. If you follow my recommendations, you will summon techno, so you will not have free summons for light or element. That's the biggest problem with that. You will need to understand that to summon her, you will need to be very lucky, or to spend your summons on a very questionable fractions. So I'm sorry. So yeah, I would not do that, but she's crazy powerful support unit. She's very good hero. Everybody is building her now, so take care of her. She's very good. Nana also one of the strongest units. I will not put her in S, but she's high A tier for sure. She has very unique support. She's supported unit, right? She has very unique supportive things. She can limit damage to your units for one attack at 10% of their max HP. She can heal up. She can resurrect one of your heroes after it dies once with the ultimate ready. So she's very good, just very good. The problem with her is that she's a fighter in that red faction, right? So you do not need, I believe, to focus until you, if you want to focus on that faction, you want to play them, you want to do with this faction all your stuff, then yes, you can focus on her. She's very good. She will not fall apart. She will not make you disappointed. She's beautiful. So Natalia is very niche. She is what can make some light teams work, but I would not consider this as a optimal strategy. Like, why you want light teams to work, especially early and mid game, if you have techno team? Like, there is no reason for that until you are making your own problems by yourself. So if you want a good strategic account, just do not think about her. You will be doing good even without her. But she can be a decent pick for your wish list, which we will discuss later. Nathan, a niche guy. Also, he is very specifically used for one specific use case in some PvP battles. Until you want him to do that stuff, until you know about that stuff, you will not need to watch this video if you know about that. So just know that he's niche. You can put him in the wish list for blue, for techno, because if you have a free space slot there, but I would not do that until you have a good base of our heroes build. Natsu is again, you cannot build him freely. He's a collaboration unit. I'm putting him, he's good unit by the way, but you just cannot build him, so just ignore his positioning here. I would say he is good. I will put him in A tier. I like him. I have all of them on one of my accounts. I believe he is one of the best units from all of them together, from the collaboration units, I mean. So let's not ignore his existence, but he is a very specific unit. So Nimbus Eudora is a great unit. So she's a hybrid. She can do some good stuff, but the problem with her, you need to build her fully before she starts working well. And she's a glass cannon for your backline, so you need to build a full support tank setup for her. So do not focus on her that much, but if you have her in your wish list, which you should do, do not be disappointed with her. She's carrying the tower great. She can do early and mid game campaign and tower like easier, so she is a decent unit. She's doing just great there. Oberon is my personal disappointment. I love his design, I love his skills, I love everything connected to him. I love everything regarding like Oberon and his appearance and everything, but he's just not working anymore. He was a very, very good unit back in the days. He was doing great job, but now he's falling down, he's falling apart. I just do not know what to comment on him. You can still buy him from the shop. I would do that for sure. I will build him because you will need to have two teams for Order Tower, and he will be one of the front laners in those teams. Definitely you will need him, build him, because he will need to be there in that team, but it doesn't mean that he is powerful. Unfortunately, with all the things in his design and his kit, which are great in my opinion, I love them, he is just not working good. Farsha is nowadays very good unit. I would put her in S tier, I believe. For me, okay, maybe it's high A tier. She is very good, decent mage. She can do very interesting things like silence, not allowing enemy teams to cast their ultimates. She also can do good sustain damage and heal herself out of her soul vessel. So consider building her. You can put her in your dark wish list, but she's not the carry you want to have there. Like for me, Luna Mar is much better, and she built it in the same faction. The only difference is that she is hybrid and Farsha is not hybrid, so she will be built faster because you can use like different random units from here to build her up, and for hybrids you cannot. For hybrids you use only copies of hybrids, so you need much more copies. That's the only problem. Rista is the #1 support. You need to have her here even before you are heroes, even before Florence. She will have like 1 copy of her is enough. She is killing your teammate, your carry, by also buffing him like crazy. She is the only way to immediately generate the hull ultimate, the hull energy like setup. She is giving attack buff and energy buff to the carry of your team, also killing him but who cares, right? So you need 1 copy at least for the early game. Then you will need to build her up later on because you will not be able to join the fight with your low BP. But anyway, let's focus on that, and let's not forget that she is here for the reason she is one of the best supports in the game. She is needed everywhere, in all bosses, in all the end game, everywhere. Crazy unit. Ruby, I love her. For me personally, she's S tier, but nobody will ever put her here, so I will put her in high A tier. She is very good. She is that bulky, melee, tanky fighter with lots of knockups. She's just throwing your enemy team up in the air and just bowling them through all the battlefield here and there. She's good, but you need to build her decently so she can tank it and not die out of all this damage. She's decent. I love her. I have her in all my accounts, and she works well, so I believe you can put her in your wish list. She is very good. This is decent unit. You need to consider building her. So Saber, trash, don't need. Sighat, she's crazy good. One of the best units in the game. I would say that priority list for you to build units will be Fang, Hell, then Akashi or Florence, and then Sighat. Or you can decide. So Sighat is definitely one of the best chaos units out there, one of the best tanks. As soon as she ults, it's nearly impossible for your team to die. So she need to ult. She gives a shield, a crazy shield to your team, and so she is not just tank, but she also saves all your team from any like potential possible damage. So you need to decide if you want to build her before Akashic, before Florence, or right after them. But she is definitely top 3, 4/5 priorities, which are all here from Chaos in order to build for your account. So it's Fang, #1, definitely 100%. It's Hell, #2, I would say definitely 100%. Then Florence, Akashic, or Sehat, you can mix them and you can decide what you want to pick here, and then you build Rista. So, I mean, this is the default lineup, which is very clear for me nowadays how you need to play this to be effective. So if you want to follow the meta, I would say that's the way you do it. This one, she is decent. I would put her here. She can still work well. She can she can eliminate your like enemy backlines, eliminate enemy carries. She's very good. I like her, but you need to build her and build her very well with all the items. So she's expensive to build. The only like the only pros, like from this pros and cons, the only pros which I can name is that she's a pure dark unit, so it's easier and cheaper to build her. She's very expensive but very good, still very good, and she doesn't need a team. She is a solo carry, and you can just support her with anything. She can be one of your carries, but it doesn't mean that you need to focus on her. But if you have her, do not be disappointed. She is very good. Not you are shot, or I would say they are very close to each other nowadays. I would not separate them. They do have very similar job to do, and they both do it well. I would not say it's UR level of well, so UR Shatar is still better for me a little bit than the default one, but it's still questionable. But I would stick to him only if you randomly have some copies. Otherwise, those guys from here, they are much better nowadays, but still he's a very good carry, he's a very good damage dealer. He's not glass cannon because he siphons the enemy attack power, and he also has some control abilities, so he's very good if you like his design with big red snake eating up enemies and screaming and blooding or whatever. Use him, he's very good. Do not afraid to pull him, but I would not focus on him, especially in the mid or early game. So Sylvana, I believe this is a very good unit. I would put her here in the somewhere here. Like, she's decent, she's a very good tank. She can tank a lot. She can tank compared to Argus, so I mean, you can also use her or Argus or together in different teams with different factions, right? So she's very good. She has invulnerability, she has shields. You need to build her to work properly, like 9-10 stars at least for the mid game, but she's very good. I recommend to put her in the wish list. One of the best light units in the game with no real like cons in her kit or around her at all. So we will put Tia here into trash. She's just not worthy from the orders list. Just ignore her, she's very bad. Tammuz also not usable now, not a good unit, so just ignore him. Norns. So Norns is crazy good. So she's UR unit, she's not even in the off summon yet, so you cannot focus her. But if you want, and if you have money to put into the game and all that, I believe personally that she's the best UR in the game now, which you cannot pull from off summon yet. And also she's not just UR, but she's also Astral unit. So making those 2 points together, she's crazy good. She has survivability, damage. She's used in all boss fights, in boss rushes, in golems, minas, new era bosses, whatever, campaign, tower, PvP, everywhere. A crazy unit. OP broken as fuck. Just summon her. Just if you have a possibility, just summon her and use her. She's crazy. She's also very pretty. She has cool animations. She's awesome. I don't know what to say. Toki Nibara. I would say she's good, but the problem with her is that she's purely PvP unit, and she's chaos unit, so you do not want to spend resources on her until you focus on PvP purely. She is siphoning energy, not allowing enemy teams to regenerate energy and to ulti well. So paired together with Mystia, it's crazy. If you have those two at least decently built, you will not lose any PvP with decent opponents. So you should consider doing that. It's crazy good, but only for PvP. Tsukuyomi, one of the most confusing and questionable characters out there. I do like him, but I will put him. Okay, I will take all the blame, guys. Let's do it in the comments. Shred me, destroy me, blame me, but I will put him here. The only reason I put him here is that if you have any problems with tanking, some of your teams, which I had all the time, and you will have them. Just listen and hear me out. You will have them. And if you have them, Tsukuyomi, the only problem with him is that he's an astral unit. It's just too expensive to build him. Then you have this. The problem is the existence of all these units, but imagine the game without them. He will be very good and decent unit. He's a good tank. He can do some damage with some circumstances. Paired with Edit in one team, they cannot die. They cannot lose. Enemy team is just disoriented by them, by all the stands and other stuff. So I love him, and if you want to push Astral Tower and all that, if you like the all Astral idea, he's very good. But I would not say you need to focus on him early on. One copy will not do a shit, so it is what it is. Ares, oh my god, Ares is crazy. So for me, the main reason why Techno team nowadays is the best team to build for the beginner, and why you should focus on them, is Ares. She is crazy. You need to put her in all your wish list. You need to summon her as much as you can. She is doing crazy good job. She's amazing one shot like damage dealer. She does everything. She does everything so crazy good. She's your backline like pistol shooter out there, also healing herself, supporting the team, debuffing and one-shotting the enemies. You will be surprised how good she is, and she is the reason why all the Techno characters are here in the wish list. They all work together very good, like Ares, Angela, Edith, Mecha Layla, and Arcus Miesh, who is a hybrid for the Techno also. They do work together. You just add Miracle Clara there and you push like 5 times, like 4.5 times the campaign deficit as having a funny breakfast. So do not skip that. Uranus, you got me, right? So your anus is weak, guys, take care. Valir, well, Valir, I think you don't need to consider him a decent unit anymore. Unfortunately, he was amazing back in the days. He was one of the main carries. You will see all the old accounts, all the old guys having him build and having him fully stacked with items. Nowadays, he's just outdated. He's not performing anymore. Don't think about him. He was a part of a good combination for the control in the Aposta team, but I prefer Aurora there. That's the problem. She's doing that better and faster, and the speed when you're pushing the high deficit is very important. Valir is slow as fuck. You need Rista just to make him ulti, which is not a good idea to do. You're just losing that slot. You can still have him for the tower, but not that's good anymore. So let's pick here like Zilong, very bad. Also Yuzong, very bad. I do not know what to explain here. He's just outdated. He's not working good. He's just bad. So 1-1. She has a niche usage. She's a decent unit. I like her. She can do some tricks. She's like flying to the back row of your opponents. And she's just doing some strange stuff out there. She can be combined with any like gunners, with any archers, with any units out there like Clint, and can be with Irrital or whatever. They can be very good combined, but it's outdated a bit, so be wary about it. Check how she works to read her skills, and if you understand that this niche use case is for you, then she's a decent unit. Xborg, trash. He can be, it's one of the biggest problems for you in the campaign. Enemy Xborg within a high deficit will one-shot your teams. The whole back row of your teams will be one-shotted by him, but unfortunately he will not work the same for you. So just do not think about him and ignore his existence. The same with this guy. This guy is crazy one-shotter in campaigns. He will be a like pain in the ass for you, but you will not make him work the same. So just do not think about him. Vexena, she is a decent unit. The only problem is that she is, in my opinion, she is a part of the Linux Char old version of Linux Char team. And the problem is that this team, I would say, not existed anymore. I mean, it exists, but it doesn't need to exist. Like, you don't need to build them. So it means for me that you don't need to build her, because this is the part of one team. She's the best damage dealer for. She's summoning dead enemies as her allies. She's very good in Linux Char team, but why you want to build them now? I don't know. So if you want, you can, but there is no reason for that. Xeno, I love her. I think she's very good. I will put her here. She's one of the best units, which is marked with tank role by the game, by the developers, and do not believe them. She can tank, yes, of course, with all build. Like, she can tank starting with, I don't know, A3, full items, full cards, full soul vest, full everything. But then she can tank something out there in the first row. Otherwise, she is a good shielding, buffing support, and she's doing that role amazing. So I do love her very, very much. I do not recommend to focus on her, but you can buy her from the store. Definitely do that. She's crazy good. She's amazing. I think it's huge. So Sentinel Alina, oh my god, another UR unit, which is new UR unit, and she's just crazy. She's, I would say, maybe just a better version of Xeno. She's a tank for all the content you can imagine. She's crazy. She's crazy for everything. She's just too powerful. She's doing everything. She's like Norns, but tank. Like, she's very good, but it's UR unit, so do not, like, majority of them, especially newest ones, they are here in the best SS tier of the game, so just consider building her if you can. Medusa, well, that's interesting one, because for me she is here. So for me, Medusa is one of the units which surprised me with her benefits. She's crazy in controlling enemy teams. For pushing high deficit, I believe she's close to Clara as for, like, from the profit perspective, because she can obliterate, she can help you to pass those teams, those stages you could not pass without her. I tried like 20-30 times, and then I just add her to the team and it works, because she has AoE stun, she has AoE energy drain, AoE stun, AoE, she also has this astral function to pause the battlefield for a few seconds, which also helps her to build her ulti. That works very well. I think at least one copy will be not a mistake for your roster. So I would say it's huge, and also she's Astral unit. Infinia Crocell, also very good, also Astral, also UR unit. She's a glass cannon with pure damage, she ignores resistances. Just that one is crazy. She's one of the best damage dealers in the game, especially taking into account that she's UR unit, so she's crazy good. But it's hard to build her, right? If you ask me what is the best damage dealer in the game, pure glass cannon damage dealer, I would say it's her. But again, you have much cheaper version, not that much worse version, but much cheaper version here of a default Crocell. So this one, of course, better, but it's UR, so it's for you to decide. And the latest release, not talking about Agnes. Agnes is not on the list here, but I will elaborate on her also. Before Agnes, it's Arlott. Arlott is definitely S tier. He's very good. He's solo, one-man army, solo carry, but he is from not very popular factions, and he is hybrid, so it's hard and long to build him. But if you do that, he will work very, very well. He is huge addition to your roster, I would recommend building him. He's very, very good. He's self-sustaining damage dealer, frontliner, and a cool looking guy. Look at him. Yeah, so Agnes, the latest the latest character, is not here. She is a boss killer. Mostly she shines at some Minos or other boss stages. She's not that great in campaign, and also she needs to be builded at least to a free full soul vessel. It's kind of expensive, and as you just starting the game, there is her event happening there, so do not be baited by this Agnes event. Ignore that. I believe she's not worth it for you. You will have one free copy just in case from the login event, so it will be enough for you guys. So again, summing it up, as soon as you can, so you're focusing on Techno and Clara in your wish list. You're pulling mostly Techno units in your faction summon. As soon as you can, you need to have one copy of Rista. As soon as you can, you need to have at least one copy of Clara. As soon as you can, as soon as you open off summon and summon 12 200, where 200, yeah, 200 summons, you will open UR summon. So as soon as you do that, you need to have UR Linux and UR Char, one copy of each, plus one copy of Florence, one copy of Medusa. Doing that, enabling them, you are doing that by summoning from off summon one copy of Rista, one copy of Florence, one copy of Medusa, and then you focus on Thing. From that off summon, it's 100% very important. After Thing, you do Hell. So this is the basic. Ares is your main carry in the majority of the cases if you want to play meta. Ares or Arcus Mia, but Ares is doing it much better. I like it a lot. If you are lucky to pull a lot of Luna Mara, also consider building her. She's also very good. Yeah, that's it. I believe finally, this is a very long video, guys. Please tell me your opinion on all that information in the comment section below. I would be happy to hear the feedback. I would be happy to hear your opinions on that. I will try to make more shorter videos, and also I will try to make, I will make new videos on wishlist, newbie helper video, and all those materials. They will be released soon on the channel. So if you are interested in ML Adventure, if you are playing new, or you need some advice, some opinions from outside, feel free to subscribe. It's the best way for you to get this information and be updated on that, because you will have all my releases here soon. Also, if any updates, please go to the comments and tell me if you think that this character should be in other tier. Yeah, thanks guys, thanks for watching, and take care.